What's up, guys? Cody here today with another episode of Anima Talks, an Ethereal podcast focused on discussing Ethereal news and information as it pertains to gameplay, as well as discussing various mobile concepts, systems, and ideas and how they relate to Ethereal. And as always, I'm joined by my good friend.
It's your boy. What's going on?
It's been a while since we last had an episode. I think it's been like what,
Yeah.
a month or two at this point. It feels like a long time.
Yeah, it feels like hecka long. Actually, yeah. I think it's been around a month. Maybe two, actually.
I don't know. Um, it's
Feels
been
like a long time.
it's been a while, but yeah, we're back because there's
Right.
actually news. Needless to say. So yeah, the Kickstarter got launched. So let's start with the cinematic because that was, I guess, chronologically the first thing that. Oh, I guess the gameplay. So the
Yeah, we can
cinematic.
brief.
I mean, so the cinematic, I think, was pretty good. I think for like what I expected out of them, it was
Yeah.
pretty good. Like obviously, it's not like you know super great quality, but for what I expected, it's a lot. It's a lot better than what I expected from them.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like the big intro for like the lore stuff like that
Hmm.
for the
Yeah, that was
actual
good.
cinematic. I don't know. I thought it was actually pretty cool. Like obviously, it's not.
I think the most lacking parts was just the gameplay bits. I would have
Yeah. I mean,
like at the end, like after the whole cinematic thing, I want to get thrown into the gameplay, and it's just like you hear all the sound effects and everything, and essentially like then essentially you have the whole cinematic thing, and then you go to explosions. Is how I view it.
I'd be pretty mad if Dante just snipes me across the map though. Like if I'm just standing there and then Dante just like one shots me across the map, I'm gonna be pretty upset. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, I actually thought the gameplay looked good though.
it's just the
Like it looked,
audio. That's the big
yeah.
thing to me.
I mean, it didn't help that there was like really loud music,
Yeah,
kind of mask everything. Or at least that's what I felt. Right? Was like there's a ton of yeah. I don't know.
yeah,
I
no,
just think
I
the
got
music
you.
was too loud.
Yeah, but they don't have any real game audio, and I guess, but overall, I really good and surprised me for the quality of it.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was pretty good.
So then I guess let's talk about the gameplay, which kind of accompanied that at the same time. Um,
Sorry, I'm just
yeah, no,
I forgot my mic was over here, and I don't know.
yeah,
Whatever. I don't know.
yeah, it's all good. The gameplay, nothing really new to be honest. Just because the Talos kind of just sat in lane the entire time. There was a couple fights around the dragon. But for the most part, it was like, yep, here's just more gameplay, which is nice. I always appreciate that. But when they said gameplay trailer, I was expecting at least one big team fight, which is the
Yeah.
biggest thing I want to see with the game is how the whole 6v6 plays out, team fight wise. But it's like, just had Talos sitting in lane, almost like literally the entire time. He went to the dragon, which is in his lane,
Yeah.
and there wasn't like a whole lot of. There was a couple like 2v2. I think there might have
Like
been a.
skirmishes.
Yeah, there was some skirmishes, but nothing big. So,
I
and
mean, I
then
honestly kind of think it's just because it probably can't handle it yet. If I
I
was to
don't.
be honest.
I don't know. Like I don't know what's going on. I don't know if like during testing they've told testers like, hey, just stay in your lanes. Don't don't try to really innovate or anything unless like you're a jungler. Just sit tight, chill.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
And then the only like the biggest thing that people have pointed out with it is that the audio is very lacking. Um,
Yeah.
it's just there's just a lot of things that audio wise needs to get put in there. Um, I guess it's not like a big deal. Still in that's its pre-alpha state still or
Yeah.
whatever they're called.
I wonder how much of the audio they actually have, though. Like, I wonder how much audio they actually have. It's just like they haven't really. Obviously, they haven't put in the effort of like putting the audio in, but I
Hmm.
wonder how much like they have, but they're just focusing on like gameplay first to like give out these teasers or whatever. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, I mean, they have still they have a
5 months.
while before they release something to the public to
Yeah.
get more in there.
Well, it's like
Um,
it's like projected December, right?
well, that's what they say, but who knows? Like my
Well,
assumption
yeah,
is that the game
that's
right
a
now is
dream.
in a playable state, where they're like happy with what they have and they're confident they could ship something out that is playable, and that they're spending the next however so many months to fix it up, make sure
You
it's
can
super stable.
yeah,
It was
like
like,
buff it out. I would
yeah.
say like add the like nice to haves and the stuff that'll make it shiny, right?
Mm,
Rather than I can
yeah.
see that.
Um, so let's get on to the Kickstarter. So when the Kickstarter launched, I was very. I guess I wasn't super surprised that they raised so much in such a short period of time. But they raised 15K in 12 hours, which seemed pretty good. And then I was like, right. And then in the back of my head was like, how this isn't gonna keep going. And yeah, it's been a week now, and they've raised 22K as of record. So
Yeah. I mean, because they have 23 days left, right? So like that's what like they're gonna at least
yeah,
have to
there's
get 2.
3 weeks left.
Yeah, they're at least gonna have to like, get like 2,500 a day. Um, and it's also like the all or nothing thing where it's like if we don't meet our goal, like
Yeah,
I guess it just doesn't get
that
funded.
yeah like that's the weird part. It's like if you don't reach that 75K, what are you gonna do? Because the people that want, like, everybody wants to see this happen. And they've already said that the if it doesn't get funded, it's still going to, like, they're still going to work on it, is what they've said. Obviously, I just don't know if there's going to be like a secondary thing
Yeah.
afterwards, or what exactly is going to go that, because especially like if you have a secondary thing afterwards, that's going to be hard to like get people to bring back all those people. I think.
hmm Well, it's kind of concerning because I don't know if they like overestimated or if they were just like, hey, we need this number in order to make these things happen. So maybe that's what it was. But
Yeah.
or if they just like overestimated. It's also kind of concerning. Is like I think this really shows the actual amount of people that are like invested in the game. Like, yes, there are probably a lot of other people that can't afford to contribute, but it's like when you look at it, right? Like just the stone package or the stone tier only has like 78 people, and then obviously like the quartz, which is like 60 or more, which is okay, is like 121. So like there's not that many backers here, right? So it's
Yeah, there's a total of 209.
yeah, which is
Yeah. It,
I mean it's concerning, right? Like that's what I view about it. Like cool, we raised $22,000, awesome,
yeah,
but it's like 290 people. It's not a lot of people.
right. I
And does that count like the people that only pledge with like $5 or like $2 or whatever?
yeah, I should count every single person that pledges, but I think there's only 2 people that did $5. So, yeah, there's 290 people back in the game total. Yeah, it definitely is concerning. I don't know how much they're pushing it with their content creators to like guys that this is going on. I don't know if they like how much they want to put in for advertising for a Kickstarter. Um, That's like if we get like a week from now and it's still kind of hasn't, like, let's say it gets up to 30K. Let's say like it stays at the steady pace of getting about 7 to 8 a week, or at 30K by next week. What's like, are they going to try to push to get this done? Um, like, how is that all gonna work?
Yeah,
Would be interesting.
a little interesting is the word. Interesting is a word we can use. I'll use that one. Interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if Owen was just like, yeah, I'll fork over X amount of cash to finish the goal.
Think he's got bread like that?
I don't know. I mean, wasn't he the one that was like kind of funding this whole thing to begin with?
I think so. I don't know enough to like definitively say, yep, he's the sugar daddy. But like, I don't know.
I
Maybe.
mean, I think he's got capital somewhere. So, and they have all the money from the NFTs.
When that so that's my thing, right? Is like, so they got a lot of money from the NFTs, and now like, I don't want to say immediately after.
It was like a month after.
I would say a month is pretty close
Yeah.
to be like, hey yo fam, we need more money. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost like I feel like if there was a way that they could have combined the two things, that would have
Exactly.
probably been really good. Where like you could
Yeah.
get like instead of having some of these particular, like, or I guess like additional add-ons for these NFTs.
Yeah.
That probably
I
would
mean,
have worked.
yeah. I I
'Cause
mean, their NFTs were amazing though.
yeah, because I
Like,
feel like a lot of people spend money on them, and then I think people like didn't quite realize that we would have a Kickstarter like
yeah.
so soon afterwards, and so people are just like, yeah, I don't have money.
When and that's the thing, right? Is like that's what I was saying. Like the NFTs should have been like, I would say like 6 months or like a year ago, maybe, and then like the Kickstarter now to give them like a 12-month from release period, and then like a 6 month from release period. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
Like
would have been
maybe
nice.
because then it's not like, hey, we did this NFT in June. Now it's July.
Yeah, they could have also just waited to do the Kickstarter. Like if they already had plans to launch the
Yeah,
alpha in December, then they could have just waited another month maybe to,
yeah.
I don't know. Or
Or
maybe they
like beginning of September. Beginning of September gives you like 3 months.
just jumped the gun. They were like, "Oh, people will actually give us a ton of money. So let's
Let's
keep."
kickstart it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They have had a habit in the past of not knowing how to manage the community well in terms of expectations and how to release stuff and all.
I mean, I would say with Jelly kind of taking over with that, I would say it's you would assume that it would be better, right?
Well, how much does Jelly know about, like, nothing against Jelly, but how much does he know about business side of things? What is his official title?
No idea.
I'm sure he'll tell us in the comments.
Um, no big deal. All the insight we gave about like community perspective, no big deal, Jelly. No. I mean, I would say that it's kind of been like there has been more announcements. It seems like there's a steady flow of like,
Yeah,
hey, these are things we are doing. Like, just scrolling through their Discord, like you see something almost every day, right? Or like pretty much every day. Whereas before, like before Jelly was even on the team, it was like there was sometimes where it was 2 months, 2 months of just like nothing. Not even like a hey fam, we're still working on this game. Like, so I would say at least there he's engaging the Discord and keeping the Discord like
Yeah, which is important.
relevant,
Yeah.
which is incredibly important. Because like when I first joined this Discord, I'll be real, I didn't check it once for like
I didn't check
8 months.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I would all I would do a lot of times would I would open it up, and if I didn't see a notification thing on Discord, I wouldn't check it unless it was like Friday.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was times I didn't check this for like months until you were like, hey man, like there's something cool that just came out. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll check it now. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's pretty cool. You're right. But like, there was a time where it was a desert.
Yeah, so I think last thing we have is just talking about the actual updates that they've given us outside of the Kickstarter, which is from last week's. I think it's the visual effects updates to the portals and to Burrito's Whirlpool, which
Yeah.
this kind of goes in line with what I was saying in what we've been talking about today, of how like I wanted there to just be like small updates or small showings of things, just to keep everybody entertained.
Yeah,
and
like cool things that the game has to offer.
yeah, and so this is good of like showing like, hey, we have the portal thing. I guess the only thing that I really cared about for the making it an actual portal, I kind of like the old structure outside of there not being a portal.
Yeah.
But the new one looks good, although I think I've seen that somewhere before. If you look back through some of the old things, I think it looks similar to something they've shown in the past.
You pasted it on there.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before. And then, but Marina's thing looks a lot better. It doesn't just randomly appear now, which was the biggest issue I had with it. Was it just appeared when you casted it?
Boys.
There was this no real animation outside of it just popped up. So this is a lot better now. I mean, it's just a much. It looks like it's a simple change in terms of what they did. It's just like rippling water going out, but it's much better than just a pool of water showed up.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like the best fixes are the simplistic ones, right? Of just like, yep, it just looks better. Whereas like before, like you were saying, it's just a pool of water. It's just there, and like the water looked nice, but it was just it's just whack. Like oh, there's water there now. I think the new one is way better, in my opinion.
So I think like
the portal too.
Especially this gives us this. I mean, this gives a lot of hope for what they can end up accomplishing.
For sure.
Yeah, all of the like complaints that people have had with how the game looks, they're taking and going through and fixing. And so I'm assuming that the audio will also
follow suit.
Improve, as well. And I'm hoping that it's gonna be of similar or better quality.
Hopefully it's better quality than it is now.
Well, right now there's like so
it's better, baby. Hey, any audio is better than no audio.
Yeah. So, I think this is good though. It's nice and short. I don't know if there's anything else to really talk about. Is there anything else that you want to talk about for?
No, not in particular. I think that pretty much covered everything. There hasn't been too much coming out, but I think we hit the big things.
Yeah. So, that's gonna be it then, guys. You can find both me and Rept on YouTube and Twitch. Links for everything in the description below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more content. We'll probably do another Talks episode in like 3 weeks when the Kickstarter ends, I guess. Right?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah,
unless there's like unless there's new information that they push
Yeah,
out.
this was a big drop. Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, then guys, we'll catch you then.